It's time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, August 6, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I your news and I zero out top story here at 12:15 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon. Here is some 13,000 migrants across Hungary's border with Austria by Sunday afternoon in 36 hours since German and Austrian authorities bowed to pressure from the refugees to accept one of the largest waves of displaced people since World War II. In Munich, issuing a broad appeal to Europe's Catholics, Pope Francis on Sunday called on every parish, religious community, monastery, and sanctuary to take in one refugee family and appealed that, if honored, would offer shelter to tens of thousands. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Hillary Rodham Clinton on a variety of subjects at her Sunsplash campaign rally here this weekend, but not once in her 30 minutes of speaking did she utter those words. Bernie Sanders. In Washington, in what could be a bid for the post in the future Donald Trump administration, Senator Palin emerged out of the weeds on Sunday and urged the country to speak American. Democratic National Committee Chair Deborah Wasserman-Schultz said on Sunday that she would vote for the nuclear agreement with Iran and in speculation about where a top party leader would support President Obama, who had a tough time around. Damascus, Syria. A militant suspected of masterminding car bombings in a southern Syrian province that killed a prominent clerk at least 25 hours arrested Sunday after the slain sparked anti-government protests, government media said. Guatemala said he's still reeling from a corruption scandal that failed their president 3 days ago. Guatemalans headed to the polls on Sunday to elect a new leader in a tight contest that elected had a second round runoff. Thailand's Janata-backed legislature has rejected controversial proposals for a new constitution drawn up by thereafter a committee that was also chosen by the country's military rulers. 6 people were killed and 16 others injured when a race car went off the course and into a crowd while competing in a Corona rally in northwestern Spain, civil guard spokesman told EFE. In Sana'a, Saudi-led coalition jets bombed a Houthi military position and army base in the Yemeni capital of Sana'a throughout the night and into the Sunday morning when it appeared. In Washington, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee compared Warren County Clerk Kim Davis' resolution of marriage class to the same-sex couples to contentious objections of slavery on Sunday. Charlotte, North Carolina. A 7-year-old child was shot and killed Saturday in southwest Charlotte, North Carolina when shots were fired at a family party, injuring 2 adults and another child, police said. Reddition became violent when some cadets put hard objects in a pillowcase, leading to dozens of injuries. Miami, troublesome Grace is moving westward across the far eastern Atlantic where it poses no immediate threat to land. As we take a look at the latest on Tropical Storm Grace here. As of 11 a.m., Grace is 12.9 in the north, 29.9 in the west. Here, maximum sustained winds 45 miles an hour. Movement west at 14 miles an hour. Here, the U.S. labor market sent conflicting signals last month and improved unemployment rate alongside slower hiring, leaving Federal Reserve officials with a mixed picture as they prepare for a critical policy meeting that's been complicated. As the oil downturn enters its second year, OPEC is starting finally to worry. In a market commentary issued earlier this week, the organization said there were no quick fixes to the current low oil price environment. An analyst of data collected from the Discovery, the most distant galaxy in the known to man called EGS 8P7, has challenged the current theory of the early universe. Workers at a construction site in Carlsbad, California found Ice Age fossils of mammoth and bison dated up to 200,000 years ago. Researchers have clues that might explain why thousands of saga and endangered antelope died suddenly. Scientists said this week they have uncovered what seems to be an unusual law in nature that keeps big predator numbers low across vast species within its ocean. Following a recent outbreak of Legionnaires' disease in California, Illinois, and New York, federal health officials have expressed doubts as to the cause of rising cases in the state, concerned that figures of recent cases are much higher. The Arizona Department of Agriculture is working with state and local health agencies to monitor the recent Salmonella Puna outbreak. On Friday, the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention has just announced the launch of a brand new program that has been designed to help states end the growing epidemic for prescription drug overdose. Peter Channel News Time, 12:20, time now for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox will go for the sweep of the Philadelphia Phillies at 1:35 p.m. at Fenway Park. Here, Sunday wraps up the first full week of the 2015 U.S. Open and it marks the beginning of the fourth round of singles play in the men's and women's draw. As big names in men's tennis brand Vectran and Drup shut their way into the round of 16 field and made the elite easier look than the number one seed. The winner clash will face either Joel Wolford Sung or Bennett pair as a lateral two will face each other in the fourth round clash of year's U.S. Open. A victory for Silic over Charlie Coetzee and make it to the last quarter Grand Slam. New York Mets ace Matt Harvey drew tremendous backlash on social media on Saturday after he confirmed that he would stick to the 180 innings limit as recommended by his agent Scott Boras. Reggie Wayne felt playing for Pats was too tough and not fun. The Milwaukee Bucks added Greg Monroe to their already impressive core of talent. Given it a week, stated Eastern Conference could the future be now in Milwaukee? And then on to Texas, the coach was to begin in ways with agitation for some reason. Those pesky reporters want to ask questions about the quarterbacks again. Peter Chell News Time, 12:21 on this Sunday afternoon here, and it is time now for a travel report on this Sunday afternoon here, and looking at the map situation here. And let's start you off out in the North Mansfield area, where 495 on the southbound side it is slow through Route 140 in Mansfield due to the traffic from the Deutsche Bank Golf Championship. Here, so expect some delays. At Route 140, it's backed up from 495 all the way out to Smith Street around the Great Woods Marketplace, so expect some delays, a lot of delays, due to the traffic from the Deutsche Bank Golf Championship. Here, Route 3 on the southbound side, it is so from Union Street in Braintree all the way up to Derby Street in Hingham here, and then Route 3 on the southbound side, so from South Pond to Ellisville and Plymouth here. Route 20 on the northbound side, also before the Bourne Woodbury. Route 6 on the eastbound side, so after Route 134 in Dennis. Route 4 on the southbound side, it is so from 102 next to all the way up to North Kingstown. Route 130 on the northbound side, so for the northern end of the Newport Bridge here. 495 and an accident around the Massback, so expect some delays in Westport. Massback on the eastbound side, it is so around Route 128 in Weston here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side is backed up from Dorchester to Braintree Split. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, it is backed up around the Dorchester here. 120 on the northbound side. We got an accident on the on-ramp to Route 120 for Route 3 in Burlington, so expect delays here. And 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Woburn all the way out to Peabody around Route 114 here. 495 on the northbound side, get an accident in Lawrence, so expect some delays on 495 northbound around the Lawrence area. Mass parking interchange with 495 and 395. In Auburn, it's slow on 395. And the Mass parking in Auburn also slow around the Mass parking Route 495 in Westbury here. Route 3, every trip back to the northbound side. It is slow for Route 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here. 95 on the northbound side, so on Route 101 in Hampton here. Route 95 southbound side, get an accident after Route 33 in Portsmouth, so expect delays there. And main turn back to the northbound side, also of the York Main here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing coming on the Sunday afternoon highways and byways, New England here. And look at that MBTA alerts here at 12:23. Subway system, it's looking good. Framingham Whistle Line, train 2504, 10:50 a.m. from Worcester delayed today, 10-20 minutes due to heavy travel for the Red Sox Phillies game here. And Framingham Whistle Line, train 2507, 12:40 p.m. from South Station delayed today, 10 to 15 minutes due to signal problems there. And on the ferries, they are looking good here. Peter Chell News Time is now 12:24. Time now for a weather report here on this Sunday afternoon, and it is a clear blue Sunday. So if you're going to the Deutsche Bank Golf Championship like me in Norton in a couple of minutes, dynamite weather for a golf tournament or any other outdoor activity to name. But we got a hazardous weather outlook here. No hazard weather expected at time today, tonight. And day 2 for 7, Monday for Saturday. No hazardous weather expected at this time. That would meet advisory warning criteria. However, a heat wave is possible Monday for Wednesday across the interior portions of Connecticut, down into the northern Massachusetts, including the greater Boston area. The potential heat wave will be accompanied by a record or near record high temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay. For this afternoon, it'll go like this. Sun skies are at 82 degrees, southward about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Tonight, pressure value after 2 a.m. OS, clear sky low at 56 degrees, southwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Labor Day, sun skies high about 89 degrees, southwest at about 5 to 10 miles, but some spots could reach 90 degrees. Monday night, pressure value after 5 a.m. OS, most clear sky low at 68 degrees, southwest at about 8 miles an hour. For Tuesday, Back to work, back to school, sunny to most good skies, and a high about 95, low about 70 degrees. It's going to be a hot one on Tuesday, southwest at about 8 miles an hour here. By Wednesday, sunny podcast sky, high about 91, low about 69 degrees. By Thursday, chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Parts sunny, most skies, high about 86, low about 68 degrees. Chance of pH at 35%. And for Friday, chance of showers, most skies, high about 78, low about 65 degrees. Chance of pH at 40%. And for Saturday, most clear skies, cloud skies, high about 80 degrees here. Not temperature at 12:25 p.m., 82 degrees with fair skies and humidity 40%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, September 6th, 2015. Please have a good evening and good positive tune and a good afternoon. Have a good day.